So my name is Mel, and well, my name is Melannie, but everybody calls me Mel. I am a premier producer in Paparazzi Accessories, of course, and I am treading towards elite, so I'm really excited about that. And I am here to do a training about being a boss in your business. Okay, so we're going to talk about some recruiting. We're going to talk about how we're going to build to be the best we want to be in our businesses. Okay, so again, tag your teams below, and we can go ahead and get started. So as I mentioned, we're going to talk about building, okay? Just a little bit more about me, my little backstory. I've been in paparazzi for about a year and a couple of months. I am the team lead over a team called Love Sparkle Glow. We just hit about 200 members, and I'm so excited about that. And again, if you want to build an empire in this business, you're going to have to build. You're going to have to build it, and you're going to have to be intentional about building it every single day. All right, so we're going to talk about the word build, and we're going to break it down. And each letter, we're going to give like an acronym, and we're going to say what each letter means as it pertains to building in our businesses, okay? So again, build. The B is going to stand for being genuine in your interactions with people and being consistent. Okay, so again, B.U.I.L.D, build. All right, so B is be genuine and be consistent. All right, so when you're recruiting and you want to share the opportunity with others, you have to be as genuine as possible, because people can read through if you're being insincere, or if it's just a copy and paste kind of thing, or if you are not really connecting with them. So for instance, if I just sent you a message and just said, hey Jenny, do you want to come join my paparazzi team, because we make 45% commission, we do this, we do that, we do this, let me know if you're interested. If somebody gets that, a lot of times they'll just ignore it. They'll just kind of like go right past it, and they might not think anything of it. You know, they just might think it's like a spammy thing. But if I say, hey, Jenny, thank you so much for, thank you so much for stopping by my page and commenting on my daughter's picture. You know, I remember when your daughter was 5 years old and we were growing, you know, you make it personal about them, you know, or you kind of connecting with them about something. So even if you just message someone out the blue and say, hey, Jenny, you know, I was thinking about people that I would want to do paparazzi with, and you were somebody that came to mind. You know why? Because you are always so sweet. You're always so supportive. You're so funny, and you are so fashionable. And I remember when we went to elementary school together, and we would always have so much fun. And you were always looking at magazines. And I just remember thinking like, wow, if I can just be like Jenny and be, you know, so fashion forward. So when it comes to paparazzi, you know, I know that you would kill it, girl, because you always have had, ever since I can remember, you have been fashionable, that kind of thing. If you write someone a message like that, or if you call somebody on the phone and you say something like that, and you say, you know what, I am so, you know, I'm so grateful to have you in my life, and this is why I think that you would be amazing at this business. That's genuine, you know. Or even if you meet somebody brand new on Facebook that you don't know, do not just send them your website link, because the fastest thing that you can do to get somebody to like run away from you is to just automatically just go for the kill. What you do is you build genuine relationships with that person. You comment on their picture when it's their birthday, or, you know, you just talk to them about your day-to-day things. This coronavirus thing is so crazy, girl. Let me tell you what happened. You build that connection. Then when it organically comes into the conversation, then you can maybe say, you know, actually, I'm at home and I'm doing paparazzi from home. You know, have you ever heard of it before? Something like that in a general conversation, kind of adding it into what you're already talking about will go a lot further than just cold messaging people, or just cold calling people out the blue and just saying, hey, do you want to join this business? Okay. The other thing is being consistent. When you are being consistent in your business, you're diligently making recruiting, or I don't even like to say the word recruiting, but you're making sharing the business opportunity a part of your day-to-day life. So every day you're making it a point to reach out to people and talk to them about the business. If you love this business, you're going to want to tell people about it. It's just like if you bought a pair of shoes on sale and you were like, oh my gosh, these shoes are 50% off. I have to tell everybody. Or I just ate, like, okay, today, someone told me about those apple pies at Checkers, I think it is, and I had one. I'm like, oh my gosh, this thing is so good. It was only like 79 cents or something. I'm like, oh my gosh, I want to tell people, you know, little things like that we might come across to be like, oh, this is so good. You want to tell people about it. So be open and just be, you know, in a posture of just sharing about your business because you love it that much, okay? So again, we want to be consistent every day and sharing the business opportunity, and we want to be genuine in all of our interactions with everybody, okay? Because We want people to feel our heart in all that we do, okay? So when you're just coming at them just about the business, in the same way somebody would just come at you about their business, you have to always think like, if it was me on the other end of this, would I be receptive to this, or would I want to, know more about this business, or would it kind of repel me and I wouldn't want to know anything else, okay? So that's the first B. The first letter again is B. The next one is going to be U, okay? Build. We're doing build for everybody who just jumped in. The U is going to be, this is a kind of a long one, but understand the nature of this business, okay? Understanding the nature of this business means that you're going to hear no's. It's just a part of the process of this business. If you're in Paparazzi Accessories and you want to share the opportunity, I guarantee you're going to hear lots of no's from a lot of people. I right now have on my front line 46 people. That means 46 people have told me yes within the last year. I think that's pretty good. When you kind of divide that by the months, it's about maybe 3 people or so a month. Some months I had 7 people to join. That was the max I had in a month, 7 people to join. And one month I might not have had anybody, but I tried to share the business and be consistent in that. But for every one person that told me yes, was probably like 10 people that told me no. And it's okay, because I had to have tough skin in this business to know that not one person in this business, not one person, you could look at every top elite in the whole company, not one person in this business can say that they have not heard a lot of no's to get to where they are. So this is where I want you guys to interact with me. I want you guys below. Tell me how many times you think in your whole lifetime somebody has told you no. Like, was it 100 times in your life? Was it 1,000 times? Think about job interviews you might have gone to. Think about colleges you might have wanted to go to. Think about people you might have wanted to date and they might have broke up with you or something. Throughout your whole life, when you were a little kid and you wanted a cookie and your parents told you no, people are always going to tell us no. It's okay. Like, think about it. Like, how many times has somebody said to you no? And guess what? We survived. We made it through to see another day. We might not have got that cookie when we were 5 years old, but guess what? We still, live to see another morning, to maybe get a cookie tomorrow, But again, if you are still in a position where you're just so afraid to hear a no all the time, you're never going to know how great you can be. And I recently heard how many no's have you heard before from Danielle Baker. She said that she actually did a training in my group. And when she said that, it was almost like a light bulb went off in my head. And I'm like, you know what? I've been hearing no my whole life, and I've made it to this point, and I'm okay. But imagine, okay, let me say it this way too. Imagine if your mate, let's say you have a mate, or one of your friends thought that you were going to turn them down or not be receptive to them, and they chose not to talk to you. Or imagine a person who came to you about paparazzi. If you love paparazzi and they say, you know what, I'm not going to talk to that person because of this, that, and the other, you would miss the opportunity. You may not be married or in that relationship right now. You may not have that friend that you have right now. You may not be in paparazzi right now. So in the same way, go and talk to people about this business. You just never know who you're going to turn down or who you're going to discount. Like, oh, I'm not going to talk to her because she's a doctor, she's a lawyer, this person's a principal. You don't know what kind of debt they have. You don't know what kind of fund they might need in their life. You don't know if they need a tax write-off. Don't look at anybody and say, oh, I'm not going to ask them. Or you might perceive somebody in the opposite way and say, oh, I'm not going to ask them because they probably don't have the money, or don't do that, okay? Because there are some people who may spend their last dime on a kit and be an elite rock star in the next couple months, just like it's somebody who is the head of a corporation that might be, making millions of dollars, that says, you know what, I would love to come do paparazzi because my life is so hectic and stressful all the time that I just want something to just kind of take my mind off things and just have some fun. And I love the jewelry. I might want the discount, so don't count anybody out. Another thing I want to share with you guys, just as a word of encouragement, is I have 46 on my front line. Almost every single one of them told me no at first. Almost all of them. And I feel like I'm a fun-loving person. I'm sweet, kind, nice, whatever. But almost all of them told me no. And the funny thing about it is almost every one of them that told me no, most of them, now of course, we all know with paparazzi or with any kind of thing with entrepreneurship, about 50 are going to do what they're supposed to do. So out of 46, you probably have about 25 or so that's going to actually run the business or do what they're supposed to do. So let's just take that 25 and then let's just break that down to my rock stars on the team. Almost every one of my rock stars told me no. But guess what? Now they are running in the business. They're the ones who are ranking up. They're the ones who are recruiting like bosses. They're the ones who are, getting in life of the party goals. So don't be discouraged by a no. Now, after knowing what I know about no's, I don't get discouraged by no's. Like, if you tell me no, now it's a difference between a hard no and a maybe not right now no. If you give me a not right now no, honey, I'm going to come back and we're going to revisit this conversation again, okay? So if somebody's like a hard press, like, don't ask me again or I might call the police, that's like, okay, girl, I'm going to just leave you alone. But most people, especially if you compliment them or tell them why you love the business, they're going to be honored that you even asked them to do it, But what I advise everybody to do is get a journal and write down everybody who you talk to about the business. Write down their name. Write down what happened in the conversation. Somebody laughing. Write down what happened in the conversation. Write down the date that you talked to them. So just kind of say, hey, this was, I'll use Jenny again. This is the name I made up. Jenny, I talked to her on April 23rd. She said this. And she said she wasn't interested right now, but I will follow up back with her on X day. Another thing is, if somebody says, I'm thinking about joining, I might do it when I get paid again. I might say, well, when do you get paid? Because I want to make sure that I'm available for you to, answer any questions you might have, or I could kind of walk you through the process or whatever. Just get dates from people, like get hard pressed, like, are we going to do this on Friday? Friday to this. Okay, I'm going to call you on that. Because you have to kind of follow up with people. You have to make it your mission, make it your point to, ensure that this person, you wrote it down. Unless they just told you hard pressed no, you're going to follow back up. And again, don't get deterred by no's. I'm telling you, a lot of the people who told me no now come back to me and they're like, oh, Mel, thank you so much for asking me again. Or thank you so much for inviting me into this business. I love it so much. And I'm looking like, yeah, okay. I had to ask you 93 times, but praise God, you're in here. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of them, they come to me and they're like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. This is the best thing that ever happened to me. And I'm like, see, I told you. Now, if you would have joined back when I first asked you, you could have been further along, but we're not going to do that. You know what I'm saying? We're going to just leave that alone. But okay, let me stay focused. I'm a little silly, but all right. So again, we are going to go for no's. So this is what I want to encourage everybody to do. Go for as many no's as you can get. All right. So if you want to say, you know what, tomorrow I'm going to see if 30 people would tell me no. Go for 30 no's. Write down everybody that you think will be good at this business, everybody that you think will love it, everybody that may even want the discount, and just shoot for no's. Now, the thing is, obviously, you don't want to just go for somebody just to tell you no. But what you do want to do is you want to still put yourself in a position to just be vulnerable enough to just, ask the question, hey, so-and-so, would you be interested in this? This is why I think you would be great at it. These are the qualities that I see in you that I think that you will really do well in this business. And just if they tell you no, it's okay. Write it in your journal. Go to the next person, okay? Also, we're in an age where everybody does a lot of stuff, texting, messaging. Those are great because honestly, a lot of the people that I have recruited or shared a business opportunity with, they have been through, email, text exchange. But sometimes you need to just pick up the phone and call somebody. Sometimes it's not enough to just message a person. It be sufficient because sometimes you can't translate your excitement, your love, your enthusiasm, your passion for your business over a text because then you have a bunch of exclamation points, a bunch of smiley faces, a bunch of hearts, a bunch of cartwheels and dancing emojis and stuff, and that's all cool, but sometimes you could just pick up the phone and tell a person like, hey girl, what's going on, let me talk to you. So again, don't just get so caught up in that part, okay? But again, understand that the nature of this business is going to be some no's, but you got to filter through a lot of no's to get to your yeses, because if you can get to a yes through all of that and you get a rock star out of it, you are in a really good place, okay? So like Tressa just said, ask everybody, okay? Don't count anybody out. Ask everybody, all right? So nobody is off limits. What's the worst that can happen? If you ask them, okay, but at least what you would hate to happen though is you don't ask a person and then a month later you see them, they done join Paparazzi with somebody else and you like, dang, and actually this happened to me too a couple of times. God put somebody on my spirit to ask them about paparazzi. And I was like, I don't want to ask them because they might tell me no or da-da-da. And then next thing you know, they messaged me out the blue. Hey, girl, I've been watching you rock your business. I was wondering if you could tell me more about paparazzi. And I was like, Lord, I should have just been obedient. But, you know, whenever you feel somebody on your heart, on your spirit to share with them, even if it doesn't make sense, even if it's out of your comfort zone, just still doesn't hurt to just at least just reach out and talk to them, okay? So let's recap a little bit. B was be genuine and consistent. U is understand the nature of this business, which is the U. The I, okay, so we're doing the word build, all right? Yes, just if they tell you no, just keep on asking. I mean, like I said, anything short of you calling the police on me or you blocking me or something, I'm be like, girl, remember last week? No, not a week apart, but you know what I'm saying? You might give it a 2 weeks or 3. I don't know, but we're going to just, girl. And I tell people that sometimes, like some people who I know are rock stars, I would be like, look, I'm gonna tell you this. You told me no 53 times, but I got you on my calendar because I'm gonna come back and ask you again. So you could do this the easy way or the hard way. Either you can join and see how well you're gonna do, because I already know you're gonna do well, or you know, I could just ask you again. So just we could just set our timers again, you know, together, and I'll just revisit this conversation. I mean, because I know some people are just you know a rock star when you see a rock star. And some rock stars, I don't care how many times I gotta ask you, I'm gonna keep asking you because I know you're gonna do great at this, you know. So again, be persistent. Persistence pays off. I actually just had somebody to join my team just the other day, and I know I asked her over 10 times, but I know she's going to do good at this business. She might not know yet, but she's going to do great. I've known her since high school. Like, she's going to do great. So again, be persistent. It really does pay off, I promise you. All right, so the I again, we're doing the word build. I is going to be invest in your business, okay? So the I again is invest in your business, okay? You got to get back to the basics of what this business is about, all right? We buy, we sell, we repeat, and we share the business opportunity. Those are just the fundamentals of this business. It really is not that complicated of a business model. It's just you buy a lot of jewelry, you sell a lot of jewelry, and you tell people about the business. I mean, to me, it's just like very like 1 + 1 is 2, okay? So if you invest in your business, if you are always going live, if you are always, you know, online, if you are wearing the jewelry, if you are, you know, doing these kind of things, people are naturally going to see what you're doing. I mean, it's impossible for you to, you know, do all these things and then people just don't see it. Now, my thing is this. If you are not investing in your business and you're not getting in front of people, people might not take you seriously, okay? So you can ask them all day long to join your business, but if they don't see that you're working your business or you're not buying jewelry or you're not aspiring for goals or you're not going live, they might not be, they might say, you know what? I do want to join, but I might not join with you because it doesn't seem like you really are taking this as seriously, you know? So go live often. I have like little notes right here. Go live often. Always offer the business opportunity on every single live. If you host a party, even virtually, always offer the business opportunity. If you ever watch me live, you'll know on every single live I say casually, as you guys know, I always say this on every live. If you're watching me and you think you could do what I'm doing and just selling jewelry right from the comfort of your home, inbox me after because I love to tell you more about it. Paparazzi is an amazing experience and it's changed my life, and I really think it could change your life too. I'll say, look what we just did. We just sold 53 pieces. I'm sick with 53. We just sold 53 pieces of jewelry in the last 20 minutes, and I'm sitting at home and I'm having fun playing games with you guys on the computer, on the phone, or whatever, you know. So if you want to do what I'm doing, if you love jewelry, come on, come party with me. I'll tell you more about it. All right, y'all, number 6 is this, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I always try to do it when I see the numbers the highest. So when my numbers kind of peak at the top, I always glance up and I just take a shot at just like jumping it in, because you never know who's in. And I always try to do like some kind of game, like, all right, y'all, we just hit 30 viewers. All right, this is what we about to do. We about to play a game. The 10th person below that says this word is going to get a free piece of jewelry in their bag, because your algorithms are going to pump, you know? And so as you do that, it'll kind of trigger your video probably will go out to more people. And you always want people in to hear that business opportunity point. You know, they might not hear the whole thing, but you want them to hear, you know, if you're interested in this opportunity, let me know, because you never know. There are people who really need this business. There are people who need what we have to offer. But if you're not investing in your business, if you're not buying your jewelry, if you're not getting active every month, if you're not sharing the opportunity, you'll never know how great you can be. So if for whatever reason you're not, let's say if for whatever reason you decide not to be in paparazzi, God forbid, you know, we want everybody to stay forever, but don't ever tell anybody that the business doesn't work, okay? Because that would be a really unfair statement. Now, if you are just killing it and you are just doing all these things and or whatever, try another way. Talk to somebody. Ask for advice. Watch more YouTube videos. You know, there's no way that, I think everybody should be able to be successful at paparazzi, because we have products that everyone loves. So if we're talking about investing, that means that at 3 o'clock, you need to be sitting in front of your phone or your computer getting new releases. Yes, you can get the releases after. It's always going to be stuff there after, whatever. But if you want the hot new pieces, don't say it's paparazzi's fault. Don't say it's a glitch in the system. Don't say that elites get certain perks that somebody else doesn't. No. Everybody has a fair shot of everything at the same time. But you have to invest your time into being there at maybe 2:55. And maybe you're just sitting there scrolling for 5 minutes, just waiting to see what's going to happen. You get in, you get out. You get as many pieces as you can that's hot, and you just hurry up and check out. But again, you're investing your time. You're investing your money, you know, into your jewelry, because don't just buy jewelry and just have jewelry sitting at home in a box. You want to buy the jewelry to invest, to be able to flip it and to make a profit off of it. So set a sales goal for yourself every week and say, you know what, this week I'm going to try to sell 25 pieces. I'm going to try to sell 200 pieces. Whatever your goal is, make it your point to do it. If it means going live, flash sales, whatever it is, invest your time and your energy into making that part of your business great, okay? Invest your time into recruiting. If you're not that good at recruiting and sharing a business opportunity, the fact that you're here tonight, congratulations, because you're trying to learn a new skill. But again, if you're not that great and maybe you watch this or, you know, go on YouTube, find other people who are good at it. You know, maybe try different approaches to talking to people, you know. So maybe if you're always texting, maybe you should pick up the phone. If you're always talking on the phone, maybe you can try, you know, this approach or that approach. So again, try different things. But again, investing is going to really take you far, okay? So we did be genuine and consistent. U, understand the nature of the business. I is invest in your business. The L is going to be lead by example and love your brand. Okay, I kind of touched on it a little bit before, but again, leading by example and loving your brand means you don't just want to recruit people and bring them onto the team and then you just kind of like leave them out hanging. You have to make sure you're leading by example and being someone who someone can follow. So if you are bringing someone in, if whoever signs with you, they should be able to trust that you love your brand, that you are all about your business, that you are walking what you're talking. So you're not going to tell me to go live and you don't go live. You're not going to tell me to sell jewelry and you're not selling your jewelry. If I go to everybody's page that's on here right now, if I was to just say, hey, let me just go to Trust's page, let me go, would I know that you're in paparazzi? Would I know that you love paparazzi? Would I see jewelry on your page? Would I see you wearing the jewelry in your profile picture? And again, you don't have to absorb your whole Facebook with like my page is probably full of just paparazzi. So, because I love it. I mean, what else? I mean, I don't know. I just love paparazzi. But, you know, if I go to your page, because it matters to me. So again, if you come to my page, you'll know that I'm about paparazzi because it matters to me. So if I go to your page, you can share things about your family. You can share things about your day. You can share a funny video. But I should still be able to gauge that you're in this business. I should still be able to gauge that you really love paparazzi and you really love your business and you really are about it. People will only want to join people that they think are serious about this business, that they think are really like, you know, going to want to take it to the next level. I've literally had people that I shared a business opportunity with and they say, you know what? I know 3 other people that sell paparazzi, but when you asked me was the first time that I actually thought that maybe I could do this. Like I would want to align myself business-wise with somebody like you because you are business savvy. You're serious about your business. You're always wearing the jewelry. You know, I represent the brand well. So again, if Misty Kirby, if anybody from, you know, the Shani, any of them, Trent, or, you know, Ryan, any of the leaders of paparazzi, if any of them stop by your live, would they be proud to say, man, I'm so glad that Tressa joined Pop. Look how she's rocking that jewelry. Man, I'm so glad that Mel is, is a part of paparazzi. She really represents the brand well. If you can say in your heart that they would say that about you, then I guarantee you 9 times out of 10, somebody else would be more inclined to join you in this business because they see that you're taking it seriously, okay? So again, if you're hustling out here with your jewelry, if you're wearing jewelry all the time, if you're proud of your brand and, if you are the brand, like people know they're not going to catch me out wearing nothing but paparazzi. It ain't no way. Not gonna happen. Sorry, it ain't gonna happen. And then actually, I saw somebody on one of my team members or downline. She went live and she was wearing all non-paparazzi jewelry. I said, absolutely not. We're not gonna do that. How can you go live selling jewelry and you have on jewelry that's not even paparazzi? Be your brand. Be your brand, okay? Y'all have to understand that this is really important. Leading by example is really, really important because leading with love, leading with the things you love is always going to translate your passion to people, because when people know you're passionate about something, they're going to be more inclined to take you seriously and take your business seriously, okay? So again, we lead with our passions, we lead with love, and that will always take you far in everything you do. The final thing is the D, okay? So again, we're doing the word build, all right? The D is going to be don't give up, all right? So in this business, we're going to always have opportunities to kind of like jump in and out if we don't want to. I mean, it's nobody that's holding you here or, obligating you to work your business. But I will say that there is a certain gratification that comes with seeing something to the end and seeing your goals being fulfilled. If you don't have a goal by now, set a goal and crush it, okay? If you don't have a life of the party goal, if you don't have a ranking goal, if you don't, kind of know what you're doing, talk to your sponsor, talk to somebody you trust, and talk to them about setting your goals for yourself to be able to go to the next level, because you don't want to be in a position in your business where you're in the same exact spot that you were a year ago, 6 months ago. You always want to be growing. Even if you haven't achieved the goal that you're set out for, you should still see some kind of progress. You should still say, hey, I used to be able to sell 25 pieces on my show, but now I could sell 30. I could sell 40 pieces. You should be able to see yourself treading forward, okay? We always want to go forward. But if we give up or we stop or we get discouraged, we're never going to know how great we can be. So there is somebody right now who's going to watch this live or this video, and they have kind of given up. They've gotten stale or stagnant in their business. They, are not giving their all. They're not giving 100%. Maybe life has gotten them down. Maybe this coronavirus is stressing them out. Maybe, their kids are driving them crazy. Whatever it is, don't give up. Don't let your business suffer because of life, because life is always going to happen. There is never anybody who's going to travel or, navigate through this business and not feel like life is not going to happen to them. I remember one night, I was literally bawling my eyes out crying about something that happened to me that day. I was literally like laying on my husband's shoulder and just like crying. But that was the night I was supposed to go live. So I literally pulled myself together, threw some mascara on, dried my face, and I jumped in front of that camera. Hey, y'all, we're going to show some jewelry tonight, da-da-da-da-da. And, of course, my energy was a little lower than it normally is, but I didn't give up. I could have made an executive decision in that moment and said, you know what? Hey guys, I'm going to cancel my live tonight. See you guys next week. And I would have every right to do that. I mean, it's my business. I do what I want to do. I had every right to do that because I had a really stressful day. It was a really hard, bad day for me. Everybody's going to have good and bad days, but it was just not a good, pretty day for me. And I could have just said, you know what? Not going to do it. I'll catch them tomorrow or whatever. But no, if I have a commitment to my business, I go live every Monday and Thursday at 8:30. If I say I'm going to go live on those days, I go live on those days. If I can help it, if I can do anything about it, I'm going to be there at 8:30 to do it. Now, I might be a little bit late. Let's say something happened and like tonight, I wasn't able to get there exactly, but I'll be there. Whether it's 5-10 minutes late, if I get there a little, whatever, they know that I will be there. Do your customers know that you're always going to be there? Does your team, do they know that you're always going to be there? If you have a bad day, if you have a bad month, does your team know I can still count on her to really still work her business? If you are, Be consistent, stick with it, and don't give up. There are always going to be things in life that's going to allow us to feel like we have every right to give up. Just don't, okay? I'm telling you all, if you stick with it, if you do the basics of this business, because the thing is, a lot of people give up because they get discouraged. They see everybody else winning. They see everybody else doing all these great things. But again, you don't know what their journey was to get to that point. You don't know how many nights they might have cried their eyes out. You don't know how many people they had to talk to get that one person to sign up. You don't know. So don't compare your journey to anybody else's journey. Your journey is for you, and God put you in this business for a reason. And if God brought you to this business, you want to do it in excellence. You don't ever, so let's just say, hypothetically speaking, God forbid, we pass away, right? When it comes to your funeral, when it comes to how you are remembered as it pertains to your business, what will people have to say? Will they say that, oh my gosh, Tressa was a boss in her business. She was this, she was that. Mel, she was a boss. You want people to say, oh my gosh, Jenny was a boss. She never gave up. She stuck with it. She was grinding and hustling. She, was always sharing the opportunity. She was this, she was that. Or he was this. He joined Paparazzi and he was rocking out. He was, so let's just say, you have to keep your word. If you told people, if you have friends and family, even if you don't, yes or no, whatever, if you have friends, family, whoever rooting you on or believing in you in this business, you need to show up. In reverse, in the opposite, you have haters right now who are waiting for you to fail. They are waiting for you to give up on this business so they can laugh and they can say, I told you so. They can say, look at so-and-so. She thought she was the hot stuff over there in Paparazzi. And look at her. She don't even do the business no more. She don't even stick with it. I knew that business didn't work. Absolutely not. Not me. Let me tell you something. I'm that prideful, or whatever you want to call it, cocky, arrogant, whatever word you want to place on it. There is no way that anybody will ever be able to say that I didn't work my business or that I wasn't great. If you want to check back on me in this business, come back, because I'm going to be doing something else better in my business, okay? You got to have that kind of attitude about yourself. Don't let anybody be able to say, oh, they joined that business and they didn't do good. I always jokingly say, but seriously say, check back on me, boo. Check. If you hating on me, you really gonna be hating on me in 3 months, okay? Because I'm gonna have something else new to show you. All right, you gotta have that attitude about it, because you have to say, I'm going to be a boss. I'm going to do big things. And I actually had somebody that, this is funny. Let me tell you what somebody said. They wrote on my page, I was just checking back in to see if you had done anything else new in your business, and something like, and I guess, to see, because I had just ranked up again, and I guess, you did. I sure did, honey. Check back in on me in 3 more months, and let's just see what else I done did and me and God done put together, okay? Because you have to kind of like have that energy about your business, okay? Look, she said, check on me. Check back on me. Come check. Come on. Look, the same way we check back on people we're recruiting, we need to tell people, look, check back on me, boo. Just put it in your calendar. Write it down. 3 months from now, we're going to check back in and see what you do. Check back, because you want people to always be on their toes. Don't let them just say, oh, look, she's just doing the same old thing she was doing 3 months ago. No, honey, we on to big and better things, okay? I always say, look, as soon as I get my rank, what rank we about to get next, okay? That's what we about to just take this thing to the next level. So the same for you. What's your goal? What you trying to do? Figure that out, and then say, I'm going to do that, plus I'm going to do that, okay? We have to exceed, because God, the Bible says that God will do exceeding abundantly beyond what we can ask or think. So that means that if I say, I want to hit life of the party bronze, you know what? That's what I want to hit, but you know what? I might want to just aspire for silver. Just because I know that God can do greater. So I'm going to say, you know what? My personal goal might be smaller, but I think God can do bigger. And I actually had my cousin challenge me in that way, because I was talking to her, I think it was like around Christmas time. And we were talking about our goals. And I said, I want to hit elite. I want to be executive producer. And she was like, why? Like, you should be fashionista. And I was like, what? I mean, it didn't even cross my mind to put Fashionista on there, because I was just like, that was just my immediate goal. Because I was like, if I can hit 40,000 OV, that's a big deal. And she was like, that's too small for you. Like, you need to go bigger. And when she said that, it just woke up and shook up something in my spirit to be like, you know what? You're absolutely right. So now it's funny, because like, we're just at May, and my team is already like knocking on Elite's door. We're already right there, like executive producer. And it's funny, because if I had stopped right there with my goal, that would have been all that I would have been expecting God to do. But I'm like, no, I want to go beyond that. And even if Fashionistas this year, or even if I have to go, you know, but it's just like you have to just enlarge and expand your dreams a little bit. Think a little bit bigger, believe a little bit bigger, and again, don't give up, okay? Because sometimes our greatest blessings come right after a storm. Like right after you get discouraged and low and feel like you don't want to give anything else. Trust me, I think that is just discouragement trying to knock you down to prevent you from something beautiful. Okay. All right. So that's it. We did our B.U.I.L.D. So again, one more time to recap, the B was be genuine and consistent. The U was understand the nature of this business. You're going to get some no's, and it's okay. You heard a no before. You can hear another one. It's all right, but we're going to get our yeses. All right. The next one is going to be I, invest in your business. L is lead by example and love your brand. And then the D is don't give up. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed that training. Please go ahead and ask me any questions you might have below. I'm here for you guys. If you all want to ask me something, if you have, you know, curious questions about anything, feel free. If not, I have enjoyed my time with you guys. I've, you know, I enjoyed kind of being silly and, you know, sharing business tips with you all. And Tressa, again, thank you so much for having me in your group. Oh, you're welcome, guys. Yes, but thank you all for having me. I'm happy to be here, and you're so welcome, Tressa. And again, if you guys have any questions, put it below, or you can inbox me later. You guys have an amazing leader. She is someone who walks and works her business by example, and so I think that you all are in great, great, great hands. Tressa is going to be elite too. She's a boss in her business, and she's going to lead you guys to greatness, but y'all have to run with her, okay? Because it is a lonely run in this business when you don't have bosses who are running with you on your team, okay? So Tressa's running in her business. She's a boss in her business, so y'all got to run with her, okay? Y'all got to build with her, and y'all have to make sure that y'all are holding her up as your leader, okay? Because she's trying really hard to get you guys to the next level, and I know that you all are a team of rock stars, and I know that the sky is the limit, and God can do amazing things for all of you guys, okay? So, oh, you guys are so welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. All right. So again, if nobody has any questions, I can hop off with you guys. But again, reach out and connect with me if you guys want to, or if you have any questions later. I'm always free to kind of chat and stuff. So yeah, let's do this thing together. Let's run this thing and let's make this thing happen. So all right. So I'm gonna get ready to go. Good night, everybody. Thank you all for having me again, and I'll see you guys later. Let's reach the top together, guys. Let's build and make it happen. All right. See y'all later. Good night, guys. Bye.